to DevTech 101, aka Black Mentor, as we discuss information technology, also known as IT. In today's episode, I'm going to basically show you how to migrate your files from your local PC up to Google Drive. It is such an easy task that you can do. I do it all the time, use it on a daily basis, both for work and home. So I just want to kind of put just a simple video together here for you so that you can learn how to do it. So let's go ahead and jump right to it. Actually, before we jump right to it, I always like to just grab me something to drink, just so that way I know I'm able to do my IT work, because I like to just have like some water, some juice, or something like that. Today's special I call this Blue Goodness. Blue Goodness doesn't look blue at all. Looks about the same color as my shirt here, don't it? But go ahead and grab you coffee, something to drink before we get started. So what we're going to do from this point is we're going to be looking at our Google Drive files. We're going to look at multiple ways that we can actually use it. First way, by dragging them directly into Google Drive itself, or you can pretty much just use your local computer and tell it what folders to point to, and it's going to upload the information. It's totally up to you which way that we actually go with this. So I'm going to show you just a couple different ways, so that way you're able to pick and choose which way is going to best benefit you. All right, so here's where Google Drive gets a little bit tricky at. So once you start to figure out which way that you want to start transferring information, there's a couple of ways that you can do it here. And I'm just going to be very, very transparent with you, so that way you're able to see the information. Now, keep in mind, there's different ways that you can do this. You do not have to do this the way that I'm actually showing you. I'm just giving you a different perspective. So say, for example, I am in my Finder, okay, on my Mac, and I want to basically take these particular files that I have here, and I want these files to end up into my folder here for my desktop, or to my documents for the Google Drive. Well, there's a couple of different ways you can do this. I can either take the files directly, and I can move those files over into Google Drive and drop them there in order to upload, or I can basically just tell my folder here to add folder. I can click on desktop here, and I can click on open, and it will actually save it as a link, and then it's going to upload at a later time. Now, if you don't want to miss any files, what I highly recommend that you do is, when you are setting up the Google Drive application locally on your Mac, you basically want to tell it what drive to add. So you're going to choose a folder on your computer so that it can sync with your Google Drive and back up your Google Photos as well. It's going to save all that in one sync. So as the rest of the time goes forward, as long as the application is started, you're able to see your documents. Now, if the application is not started, it's not going to sync. Sometimes it comes off due to computer restarts and things of that nature. But if that just so happens, just go into Finder, go to Applications, launch the app, and you're all good. As you can see on the screen that I have here is, even though at some point in time I had my desktop on there in my documents, I had taken the desktop off because I don't save anything to the desktop on my Mac. But you can basically come up here to New. You can come to File Upload, and when you click on File Upload, it's going to bring up your whole list of files that you have on your computer. Or if you go to Folder Upload, it's going to bring up a list of folders that you can select, and you can do it that way. Doing it through the web browser is a different matter. As long as that window is open, it's going to continue to upload those files. If you do it through the syncing application, which is here, as long as you don't restart your computer, it's going to start picking up the information, and once you restart it, it's going to stop, and when it comes back online, it's going to pick up from where it left off at. Now, that's pretty much how you upload files to Google Drive. It's not that hard at all. What I always tell people is these particular different things. When you're looking at the My Drive application, this right here is basically files that are specifically your files. Nobody else can see them, only you choose to share them individually if you want. And then you also have your computer files as well. And your computer files are basically files that are on a local computer that you have been uploading to Drive. Now, one of the coolest things that I like is when you want to find documents that someone else owns but they're sharing with you, you basically will have the share with me function follow along with the recents, meaning the most recent applications that you've opened up on Google Drive over the course of that day. If you need to do some quick finds, And then you have your starred, which is going to be the documents that you actually mark with a bookmark, in a sense, as you open those up and you get a chance to see them. Now, keep in mind that when you're doing this, pay very close attention to who you're sharing them with, especially if you work within the organization. You're going to get a message saying, are you sure that you want to share outside this organization? And it may not do so if your organization happens to be blocking it. Now, when you're in an organization, sometimes right underneath here and sometimes underneath here, you're going to see a function called Team Drive. And Team Drive just basically means that you're going to be sharing them with a team of individuals that you work with if you use it in the corporate environment. But that pretty much, you all definitely is pretty much the gist of it, of how to save files to Google Drive. I hope that you learned something today. You can take this information with you. Like, listen, and subscribe to the channel, and definitely smash that like button. I like creating videos like these, but in order for me to continue to create them, I have to see that you all like them, and I'll be able to create more fulfilling videos for you and tutorials. Once again, like, listen, and subscribe. DevTech 101, aka Black Mantle. Look forward to talking with you all soon.